Alright. Hello, Clive. Hey, Snick. Wait. Wait a second. Why do you look like me? Because you don't have the funds to get me vectors. Otherwise, I'd look like myself, now wouldn't I? You know, this is going to confuse the viewers a lot. Okay, and that's your problem, not mine. Could you just look... Can you just change your looks a little bit so that they can differentiate between us? Alright, fine. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. How's this? You look like someone decided to steal my vectors, change a few colors, very poorly I might add, and then try to sell them to someone, and I was the only person who was willing to buy them. I mean, you said it, not me. Anyways, so how was your birthday? Right. You took so fucking long that I forgot that I was supposed to make that. Yeah, my birthday. You're 27. How bad can it be? Last time I actually looked forward to a birthday was when I was turning 18. And that was more because I'd finally be able to actually drive. 21 you can drink. And I have no intention of doing so. I've tried a few alcoholic beverages, none to my taste. Too bitter. You're just picky. I'll stick to my Pepsi, thank you. Anyways, so are you gonna hurry up and finish this so we can get on our trip? You know, you're kind of rushing me. Can you slow it down? Thank you. So, something that some of you guys may not know, and this is somewhat related to my birthday, is I tend to be at home a little too much. And I figure having just celebrated... Dadgummit. I figure, having just celebrated my birthday with my family, all parts of them, that are near enough to be able to do that with, so 3 of them, thank you. Since having done so recently, now would be a pretty good time to bring it up. I don't know if it can be diagnosed, but I feel like I'm under the effects of cabin fever a fair amount of the time. And that's because when I'm not out working, I'm at home. I get out of the house maybe once every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, when it's not related to work. And that includes going shopping. I actually don't get out of the house to go shopping very often. And yes, it is my fault, but at the same time, funds not being there kind of has something to do with it as well. So, yeah. Something to worry about when you hit the age of you're living on your own. You might want to make sure to keep that in mind as well. Like, make sure to keep some funds around for when you're not working and not having to pay bills for days. Or needing to eat. But the reason why I bring this up is because I noticed while I was at work, my speed has actually been declining fairly consistently since I want to say, uh, maybe around the time of my store's inventory, somewhere in June, I think. And that's not good for a retail store worker. So, yeah. That can get you in a lot of trouble. Thankfully, it hasn't yet, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. But I noticed after going out with my mother and stepfather and brother to go eat somewhere and have a few laughs, enjoy each other's company, I felt a lot better. And then the following weekend, the weekend after my birthday, I went out with my dad, my stepmother, and my sister. We went out, saw a movie. We saw Goosebumps 2. Highly recommended. As long as you aren't too overhyped about it, thinking it's going to be better than the first one. And after that, we went and had food. And I had a blast. The immediate 3 days of work after, I was going faster than I'd previously gone. I mean, I think one of the days I had a little bit of help from the caffeinated drink that one of my coworkers split with me, but I was actually moving a lot faster than I was during the several months of not really going out anywhere. And then I went out with my grandmother just this past weekend. We had a great time at the restaurant and enjoyed catching up. Learned a few things about this, that, and the other. And it was great. And I came back to work and I was actually having fun. I was actually doing a decent job at my job. Instead of being the standard, I'm moving at a consistent rate that barely lets me pass on the average scale, if I'm lucky. And honestly, that's not really a good thing, especially if either A, you're trying to move up in the company, or B, you're trying not to get canned. Especially when they decide to throw a whole bunch of new stuff your way. Oh, you mean like those limitations on how much freight you have to run per hour, I think it was, you said? Yes, Nick. I don't remember the exact number. And frankly, I don't care. It's ridiculous. I understand why they feel the need to do that. It's to keep everyone from just lazing about the store, not doing their job. But still, it's ridiculous. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Yeah, I noticed. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Are you just gonna sit there and freaking criticize me, or are you actually gonna participate in this? Well, to be honest, it seems that you are being a little moody right now. This is the capping point of your entertainment? Seriously? It's the first time you're here in, 8 years, 7 years, something like that? When did you play Limbo again? Oh my god, don't bring that thing up. I mean, I already did. Plain and simple, I already did. Well, something like 7 years your time? It's been 22 my time? Seriously? 22 years? Well, yeah. I go throughout the multiverse. You should know this. I've told you this before. Next, you're going to tell me that one of the times you visited, you were actually further in the future than you are now. Or way in the past. Eh? I mean, I could tell you, but there might be spoilers. God damn it. Alright, fine, whatever. Anywho, long story short, make sure you actually get out of the house instead of sitting around just doing stuff inside. It will help you. Okay? Make sure you're with friends or family. And I mean in person. Yes, you can hang out all day long in, like, Discord calls, Skype calls, chat rooms in games, but honestly, having at least one or two people that you can actually physically see in front of you and have a good time with in person, in real life, it'll help you. It'll keep you going. Until you get to the point where you can actually get yourself to be truly happy. There was more I was going to say. Oh yeah! So, just letting you guys know, I'm planning on changing how my channel is run. Because I personally can't seem to keep up with my own planned schedules and whatnot, like for uploads. I know you guys have been trying to figure out what my schedule... Well, you may not have been trying to figure it out, but I've been trying to figure out exactly what my schedule is going to be, because I have to have the time between my full-time job and trying to get things moving in motion for things that I actually want to do, but currently can't. And I'd like to start that sooner rather than later. So, but one of the things I'm planning on doing, instead of starting a third channel, where all this copyright stuff that might get hit with copyright claims will show up, I'm saying screw that. If something shows up, oh well. If not, cool. I'm just going to keep it to the two channels that I have. Which, the second channel, I know I haven't uploaded anything recently. I know, I'm gonna get around to it. It's kinda hard when in order for me to fit in with all the theorists, I have to actually have proof from the show. And considering all the proof from the show requires me to actually clip little snippets of it, or find the precise minutes or seconds that it shows up in the episode, or at least the episode that it shows up in, it's kind of difficult. But that channel aside, the main channel will be host to what I'm going to be dubbing Magic School, with the teacher Snickerman. Yes, he actually asked me a while back to actually get on making lessons for you guys to actually watch. Or at least listen. He's supposed to be taking care of the art side of things, and I can't help but notice you have done none of that. Yes, I know. Art requires money, because I am not an artist. I don't care. You were the one who asked me to help you. I understand this. Can we move on from that, please? You're the one who brought it up. Just remember. Anyways. So I'm planning on putting more focus on, like, voice acting type things when I actually come up with them, and less about video games. I'm not getting rid of video games, however. What I would like to do is I want to start streaming. I can't say where because of YouTube policy, but you get the idea. Yes, we all know where that is. Thank you, Snick, for the unnecessary comment. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Well, since you bring it up, it would be nice if you could actually, I don't know, save some of the sweet, sweet funds you don't have for, the art you need in order to be able to do that. Or maybe, I don't know, get a new computer? Some stuff for you to be able to actually start doing some of the things you want to? Learn how to use some modeling programs? I get it. I need to work on my own skills. You don't need to push that. I mean, it's just me throwing it out there. You did ask me. Right? I get it. Now, besides that stuff, I am going to finish Dishonored. That much I know. And at this point, it's just going to be me bum rushing the game for the actual video footage. Because at this point, I'm not playing it for the gameplay. I'm playing it for the visuals to have with the audio. Which the audio will be more focused on the people in the call with me. Rather than, really anything else. So, now that that's out of the way, was there anything else I needed to talk about? I don't know about you, but I'm going to go ahead and start the car up, so, yeah. Where are we going again? You called it, what was it? Japan? Japan. Right, Japan. Still don't know how we're going to drive there. You know Japan is an island, right? Oh, don't worry about that. You just leave the driving to me, and you let me know. You just be my guide on the map, okay? Whatever. Go get the car started. Anyways, I do apologize for the videos. They aren't going completely away, but right now the main things I need to work on are getting money for the artwork that I need, the vectors, etc., as well as getting either a new computer or figuring out why OBS refuses to work on my current desktop. As it stands right now, the only way I can play really big games on my desktop is to get a whole new desktop. And let's face it, that requires a couple $1,000s, which I don't have. And yes, there's these great websites that I can go to try and get some funding for that. I don't like asking people for money, so I've refused to set one up until, ever, really. Currently. There may come a time where I might need one, and it's good to have those options. But to be honest, I really wouldn't... Car started! Can I finish? I was just letting you know. Alright. I'll be out in a moment. Go on. Later, everyone. Anyways, so, point is, I've got a lot of money that I need to save up in order to be able to do even a small portion of what I'd like to. As it stands right now, I'm stuck with either really unpopular or hidden games, rather dull conversation topics, or me sitting there playing a game while my friends talk circles around me on subjects that I frankly don't keep up with. I would love to cut back the hours at work that I work, but if I'm going to be able to actually get some of the stuff I want, so I can bring more entertainment to you guys or bring more personalized commentary to you guys in the form of me live streaming and having chats with you guys while I'm playing like a pretty chill game, then yeah. So, but anyways, time to go to Japan, I guess. Still don't. We can at least make it to the frickin' West Coast, at least. California, maybe. Anyways, have a good one. You know, I think we're lost. I don't even know where we are. I mean, it's Russian signage. Clearly. How did you drive to Russia without going through the ocean? How are we in Russia when we were driving the whole way? Well, I don't know. According to the GPS, we might be in... That can't be right. Where does it say? I think it's translated to Chernobyl? What?